Hello, Cyber. How are we doing, my friend? Welcome in, welcome in. Actually missed the dice roll, unfortunately. Because it's not on the screen. God damn it. These dice rolls actually have an impact tonight's session, so... Also, today, I should... Technically, they will start in 1 hour, guys, actually, now think about it. I'm trying to remember my own rules for my own stream. Hello, Prophet. Hello, Poppet. Hello, Prophet. Thank you for the lurks. All right, let's get in with our party members, shall we? Let's pop a bit.
Dropped 30 feet from the sky.
Hello.
Greetings.
Oh.
Dom, dom, dom.
Hello, stream. How you doing? It is I,
well,
Tony Blair.
It's
We're
I.
currently discussing the options with the dragon, and Bean was just about to say that if it was going to kill us, if it wanted to kill us, we'd already be dead, considering it, like, killed its own little special needs children.
Oh, I don't know. I dodged it. It's fine. I dodged it. It's an okay.
Yeah, I think last we left off, Grom was on his ass.
Yeah, that's Grom was the only one who was its ass. Ernie, Godwin.
I am.
Ernie and Godwin survived. Ernie, Godwin, and Morgan survived. Val was away. Gilgroy was away, and Grom kind of dropped on his ass.
I've noticed something. Chad is my position. There we go.
It's not prone.
No, not knock prone. Nope. Okay, Prop, just so you know, dice rolls don't really take effect until the game. Just to let you know.
Okay, we go. You know what? We can connect it to my shock collar right now.
You know what? Fair enough. That was a 3, so that's directly to your balls, Muffin.
Oh no! My nuts!
Hello, Peg. How are we doing, my friend? So, so we're having a little pre-D&D discussion right now, as we usually start our sessions at 8 o'clock. Today, we're back to the normally scheduled programming, where if you guys have any questions, or if you have any niggling thoughts, feel free to present them. We also have our group here who I think we're still missing Ross. Alpaca will not be joining us tonight. He's still under the weather. But other than that, we're going to have a little bit of a discussion on what these guys might want to do, or where their thought process is right now with their characters. If you have any specific character questions for Grom, Valavray, or Godwin, feel free to throw them out that way, and they can answer them as best as they can.
If you have any questions for me specifically, hold off on asking them. I'm about to go in and grab something to eat.
Fair. Like I said, you're ready when you're ready. You know, like we started 8, Marcy, but so just the.
Well, I know. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna be right back.
No worries. You do you. This is not enforced. This is just extra.
Yeah.
You must be.
I'm gonna bully Alpaca for being sick. He should have known better.
I bullied him pretty hard already.
Yeah, it's been.
We're gonna both double down and bully him together.
Okay. I like that.
I want to say this much: we should forgive Alpaca on a simple rule of that he's a father, and we all know how much of a disease carrier children are.
Yes, exactly.
But see, I feel like being misandrist. He's a man. It's his fault.
So fucking no. No. That doesn't work like that. The moment you have a child, you basically whatever rock some dipshit in a kindergarten licked, right? Your child gets the same germs, and then it brings it home, and you just go like, fuck. Now I licked that rock.
Not too bad on yourself. We're doing pretty well, Pegs. How's your weekend, my dude? Like, you got any plans later? I have one question, but it's for every player that is present. What did you choose about your first? Like your first character, Rob? What do you mean? Dragon time. It is Dragon time. Well, Dragon time in 40-ish minutes. No, but yes, Dragon time.
The very first character we made to play, or the very first character we made.
I think maybe your very first Dungeons and Dragons character, I think. Wait, choose about your character first. What did you choose about your character first? Oh, right, okay. So what presented you the opportunity to play Godwin or Valavray? To be fair, I don't think Bean can answer this question, because her character arc is literally playing a different character. But What did you? What Bean? What made you choose Astrid, and what did you want to accomplish with Astrid at the beginning of the game?
I think there's multiple things, right? Initially, I wanted to be a
Tiefling.
ranger. I wanted to try to not.
Oh.
Oh, well, yeah, that was the tiefling.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to be her, and that all fell apart. So I thought, you know what? Instead of going down, I want to try to be like more embrace like the melee aspect. And we came up with a fun story for a dwarf that is trying to make a name,
Reinvent
reclaim
herself.
the name of her disgraced family name. Yeah. Let's see. Update complete launch. So yeah, thought it would be fun to be something opposite of Penny.
Which was from campaign 1. So yeah, I mean that's pretty straightforward. What about you, Muffin? What about Godwin as a character? What was the first thing that you? Why did you want to play Godwin?
I have a very weird habit of fiddling with the concept first and then applying that concept to already existing systems, right? I wanted to make an undead hunter, and that from that particular concept, first I figured, like, I wanted someone whose whole purpose would be to hunt undead, and from that purpose I kind of went, okay, so who would it make the most sense to be? Then I applied it to a class, obviously, right? So it was a choice between cleric, fighter, ranger, and the paladin.
Yeah.
So I went with the paladin because it made the most sense, because the paladin is the melee fight. Essentially, he's a fighter with just some clerical vignettes to it. And after that, we went across. As we were talking more and more about the concept, you and me were losing our shit laughing a lot, imagining him just being a fucking Forrest Gump of the Catatonia. So the character was basically threefold. Initially, it was the concept, then it was the class, and then we went with the, I guess, flavor, the flair of the character.
Pretty much, I think, right?
How it's presented. Yes, and by the end of all that discussion, I've made the document, fleshed out the character. We have a pretty detailed backstory, whatever the I guess the concept is.
Well, I think, like, especially as a DM, as Mr. DM man, and I usually say this to pretty much anybody who I want in my games, that I try to make whatever you want real, or at least doable, and not game breaking, because that kind of ruins the fun for other people. You have to balance that too. But if you have a concept for a character, I will try to make that work as best I can, because I want you to have fun with it, right? So usually on when it comes to creating characters, I just need to sit with you for what depends on how, into it you are. Like take Calcons, for instance, where he just wants to create a guy who makes tea, right? And I'm like, that's a very simple idea. How do we make that fit into a world where dragons and monsters exist, right? And you can technically take a really simple concept, right? Really simple concept, and just kind of just build it in and just get these little, maybe his father was a tea merchant or whatever, and then he grew up like being down this whole road. What put him into like a cleric hood, or what put him into feats, and what put him into this class, what put him into that class, and you can kind of do that in a narrative kind of way. And I feel like D&D's pretty good for that kind of thing. Some people are a little bit more stricter with it than I am, but I think it's important that as long as you have that idea, the system is there to like make it real. It's just the DM and the player's job to essentially collaborate to make it fit better. And I think that's what we did with Godwin, right? I think we did, like, he makes sense in this world, especially for like a much darker kind of religion and much darker kind of knight paladin, because we're used to, especially in my homebrew campaign, we're used to the glowing knighty boys with the the flying wings and the yellow divine light and all that kind of stuff. So seeing another version of that, and giving you a little bit of contrast to what you're supposed to expect, You know, because you think paladins, of course, they hunt undead too, but it's not their sole purpose. It's not their main purpose either. You know, it's more about spreading hope and blah 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 instead of status quo kind of situation, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. We went. I went directly for the. I don't know. I think I was the one who introduced you to Kalimvor as a deity.
I was familiar with it. I just not as in depth as I needed.
Yeah, yeah. I have this habit of when I like learn of something, if I enjoy it, I go deep on it. That was the same for me with Dragonborn. Fun fact, by the way, you made me pivot very hard from what I knew of the Dragonborn in the first campaign, right? Because separately from me, right, you wrote the Dragonborn in your world the one way that was extremely different from how I knew the Dragonborn.
Well,
Bean would enjoy this particular tidbit very much, by the way. At some point, Bean was actually genuinely asking Manic, like, what the fuck is wrong with Nox? Why doesn't he like me much? And that stems from a very simple fact that in Manic's campaign, right, Dragonborns and dragons were different things, right? They were not connected whatsoever. But from my understanding and the way I learned of Dragonborns were made as a subservient race to dragons, essentially genetically engineered slaves to dragons. And I was playing Nox for the longest time from that particular perspective. Like the Nox was a complicated character from my perspective because he got himself into a pact with a known dragon as a Dragonborn who hates dragons, but now he had to babysit another dragon. And he was just, Nox was fuming, he was hating every moment of it. And the moment I had that conversation with you, right, the moment we cleared that particular tidbit, I went, fuck, I need to pivot. Like, I need to change my outlook almost immediately. And from that point in time, Nox stopped being an openly antagonistic to Peneneth. Like he started being like a proper friend, I guess.
Yeah.
Proper companion.
Well, I feel like also like considering like the way most dragons and Dragonborn are. For me, Dragonborn are just. This comes from a place of I hate tieflings. Okay, I hate them. I hate tieflings. I hate Dragonborn. I genuinely don't understand why people want to play like a fantasy game where they want to play literally a monster.
Because it's cool to have a resistance to a particular
that's the metagaming part of it, which is
It's funny because I can't see why people pay a fantasy game to be a human.
Yeah, but I'm not saying human. I'm not saying human.
Something else.
I'm not saying human. I'm not saying human, right? Because that's literally your stand-in. I'm saying like if you play an elf or if you play a dwarf, like I came from an age where your choices were human, elf, dwarf, and halfling. All right.
No. Where elf and dwarf were actually classes,
right? Well, yeah. To be fair, hero and in Hero Quest, you played wizard, barbarian, dwarf, and elf, or whatever it was, right? That's what they were, or something like that.
Yeah,
and
elf and dwarf used to be classes in D&D too, up until 3, I think.
I didn't know you hated tieflings. I just don't like. I feel like everybody who picks a tiefling is that guy, and I hate that guy. All right, that's. I just hate that guy. Like.
By the way, I can explain why play as a human in a fantasy world being from 2 different perspectives. One from the perspective of a fantasy race, and 2 from the perspective of a human.
Yeah.
From the perspective of a fantasy race, humans are fucking cryptids, right? They're not exactly like what you expect. It's uncanny valley to every single fantasy race, right? Imagine just you being a dwarf, your friends are dwarves, your family dwarves, and you just see a dwarf that's just tall.
Yeah.
And just like, that's a cryptid. The same for the elves. You look like a tall, elegant, and then just look at something like, is that an elf?
Well, it's
look like one.
It's funny because
it's chubby.
with 5th edition in itself, I also don't like humans because humans have the best stat, and if you play that, you get a free feat, and that's why people would pick humans. And you're just sitting here going, well, "You motherfucker, you metagaming piece of shit."
I'm talking genuinely. at this point, I'm talking narratively, right?
Oh yeah, no,
Because
yeah.
Humans are
Okay.
cryptids in the fantasy world. But if you go from the perspective of a human, it's very fun. It's basically playing an isekai, right?
Oh yeah.
The Japanese like thing. Like you're a normal dude. You're a dentist or an accountant, and then you just boom, elves, dwarves, gnomes, goblins, fairies, and you're just like a human fighter.
That's why I personally
So what questions were asked thus far?
say that again, but with a less shitty mic.
You know what? You know what? I'll just go fuck
As a
myself.
character-
How is that? I'm just gonna go and fuck myself. We can all have a great goddamn day. How does that sound? Fucking.
God, I hope this
Mr.
isn't the mic you're
Ooh.
using for the game, Mars.
You know what? Now it is. Now it is. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Lick my toes because that's Twitch appropriate. I think.
Marcy's in her car right now, and she's
I am
Marcy has been
zooming
picking
home
food.
in my truck with Subway sandwiches, and my question was, what fucking questions
oh.
did chat ask?
All right. Okay.
Player?
Since Hobo's here as well, I guess I can re-ask the question. Okay. So, Prophet, if you guys have a question, by the way, feel free to throw it out. For players and for me and for whatever, or D&D stuff specifically.
I'm gonna pour myself a drink while you do it.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
do that. Yeah, that's okay. You've already answered it anyway. So, not Muffin. Hobo and Marcy. Let Marcy go first because she's wanting to speak.
Oh, because I'm being a close bitch. Yeah.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
Prophet said,
No.
what was your original... Technically, this works for both of you, too, because you guys essentially created these characters, like, kind of bouncing off each other. But Prophet's question was, what made you pick these characters? What was the first thing that made you pick these characters, like, to design these characters? And I think it was literally just the idea that you both had, right?
For Grom, it was a 3-player combo, and we had started discussing shortly before the end of campaign 1, in which we came up with the idea of the 3 of them being sort of like roaming charlatans and showmen, where they would brawl while we had a 3rd player, Pengu,
Yeah.
who was kind of like he would kind of rig the matches, and we would essentially bet against ourselves and like play the market, I guess.
Essentially like a roaming band of charlatans, I guess.
Yeah, a roaming band of idiots who got up to mischief and mayhem while not really doing anything particularly heinous, but getting into enough trouble to, warrant the occasional wanted poster. But with changing dynamics and player groups,
that didn't really work out, so we had to change them a bit.
Yeah, they changed, and the whole reason Grom even has children and a family is because at some point I had a really weird fucking dream, and I couldn't get that out of my system, so I kind of added to the character and built upon it. Yeah, no, those are things that I don't tell many people because it was a really weird fucking dream.
Well, I mean, usually that's all it is, right? It's an idea that just goes further, right? Also, hello, Miss First. How are you doing? Hello, Cal. Hello, Isaborg. Hello, everybody. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Hobo, do you have anything to add to that, or is it kind of more of the same?
Yeah, I mean, Marcy kind of explained that, it was all in the campaign 1. We kind of discussed, as I say, it was a trio. For myself, like, at the time, I didn't really know that Marcy was planning to play a barbarian. I was like, I wanted to do a halfling barbarian, just kind of that sort of two things that don't go together, and you're small and angry. Usually it's because I don't try to like min-max or meta thing. I try and have a fun character, so that's what I tried to do with Ernie. And it just so happened that they're like, hey, well, Marcy's making a barbarian, maybe that could be something you guys play into. Then Nick, to try and offset the idiocy with the two characters, was to introduce Hoss into the group. We kind of worked together to create this dynamic, which then, as sadly, Pengus couldn't continue, so we had to change it up a bit. But I think it's actually worked out really well for the two characters. The premise of the two characters was that they would fight each other, but they were good friends, best friends, and that's just continued.
Yeah.
So it's worked out really well, and then it just happened to change and adapt. Where I think I probably don't know if Mars will agree, but it probably is Mars's characters probably have gained a bit more intelligence than when they started, just to kind of have that.
I would agree.
Maybe leadership role.
Even though Marcy did dictate that she didn't want to have a leadership role in this in this campaign, considering she was doing it so heavy last time, but
that's
no.
Ernie was just literally just what fun can have a character, and then I discussed with like Nick at the time was the whole premise of the character was one of the backgrounds was he was actually going to be an actor, like a really crap one, and basically based around Jason Statham. But that kind of changed a bit as well. So, kind of go with a sailor.
I feel like with most games, and I always say this, especially with people who are, we're doing this as like a little show because you guys see what we're playing with, right? And you guys can kind of influence the game a little bit too with the dice rolls and stuff like that. So there is that dynamic. But what I do like is, and I usually say this to everybody who ever plays in my games, that you have an idea in your head for the character. But as soon as that character doesn't match what dice you're rolling, you should change the character. And I mean that in like the most subtlest of ways. Like if you're playing your guy off as a super cool, suave, kind of, sexy dancer man who's a rogue in a Rickscallion, and the first couple of sneaking missions you do end with critical failures, you don't play him that way anymore. Or you do play him that way and you keep playing him that way, but he just thinks he's the hottest shit. But technically, the dice are telling you this is not the character that you made. The one that is in your head is not the character that you're playing right now. You shouldn't play that. That's easier to do with certain people, right? I think because let's be honest, some of you still, to this day, will just try anyway. You're like, well, I have to be good at this. My stat says +9, 1. And then you're playing the character because you're trying, but the dice are telling you no. So you have to, you have to change the character. You have to become a bit like take your ego out of this situation and be like, all right, my character is not the cool suave guy that I think he is. He's a bit of a dickhead. He's a bit of a troll, whatever. And I feel like a lot of people maybe lose that because they think it's a board game. But in life, you're just playing, you're playing, not necessarily personification of yourself, but you are playing, that character. And the dice at the end of the day decide what happened. They could be good, they could be bad, and they can literally give you an outcome that you don't expect. And usually, it leads to hilarity. Take campaign 1, where, Hobo's character, the monk, is like he's pretty level-headed, throughout the whole campaign, pretty level-headed, pretty kind of Zen master, and then ends up happening to roll a critical hit on the only woman in the campaign, knocks her clean out, and then for the rest of the campaign he becomes a woman beater. It's just like it because he just every time he was fighting a female character, he'd get a critical hit, and it's just like, well, see, that joke just writes itself.
And it's not just the campaign; it continued into other games. It's like, right, Ross, like the Dark Souls, like, careful, Ross, that's a woman, don't hit her. It's like, gee, thanks.
So,
you know what? He's playing a ranger, and his favorite enemy is female.
Yeah, maybe that's it. That's the end of the campaign where we find out that Hobo is playing a monster hunter.
So Bernie's going to start the session by putting the X into Grom's head, because,
Yeah, that's fair. I deserve that one.
Chris Browning. Oh, that'll be your next character.
Go on, just get another woman.
Exactly. Yeah. But basically, life on paper. I would agree. Yeah, basically, because at the end of the day, it's not too serious. It's not too serious, right? It isn't. But I do think that it is nice to just roll the dice, and yes, although it would be really cool and epic if you got what you wanted, failures also are a good way of pushing the story forward. Sometimes you don't always succeed. That's very much like life too. I think we've had this
So,
discussion, Beat. Yeah, sorry. Go for it.
The comment about Grom and his intellect. I'm not necessarily trying to play him as someone who is like
Smarter.
an intellectual, but as someone who has like years and wisdom behind
Of a wife.
him. Look, she's the smart one. He's just the big muscly one. Grom knows that. Like, if she says jump, he's not gonna question. He's just gonna jump. He's a good boy.
And to play characters where my magic weapon background. That's also something cool. Like, I've always played into that kind of mentality too. I mean, one of my main characters that I've always enjoyed the idea of is Pawn, where the idea is it's a magic helmet. Whoever puts the helmet on becomes Pawn. The Pawn is whatever skill set picks up the helmet, puts it on. The only downside is as soon as the helmet comes off, he's dead. Doesn't exist until someone else puts his helmet on. So, you know, there's like these ideas and characters, they can come out of nowhere. I start with an idea and a linear background and start playing, see what comes next, the character's way and how it changes him or her in a good or bad way. Well, honestly, if you're like, you know, I think we've had this conversation like quite recently where it's just like you can't really play the same character like all the way through, because it just leads to like not an inability, but it very much gives you this kind of feeling of just like, all right, now what then, you know? And I feel like it has to be, you have to be like swimming, right? As soon as your character stops motion, right, and there's nothing for them to strive for, like what's the point? You might as well just move on and focus on a different, you know, character at that point.
Okay, so given the fact that this is in regards to very specific situation, in defense of that particular archetype, right?
Yeah.
The unchanging character. It never came across to me that was a problem, but I want to say, like, if it works,
I think I feel it works.
If it were if it weren't a campaign, right?
Yeah.
If it weren't a narratively
Driven
not linear, but like if it wasn't a narratively linear story with where it is a journey, right?
Yeah.
If it wasn't a journey, right? If it was a series of one-shots, let's call it that, a series of one-shots, a narratively stale character that is a one note, unchanging, unbending, and kind of predictable in its outcomes. Not only it works, it thrives in the particular scenario, because then you basically just bash the scenario against several archetypes, right? But it doesn't really work if it's done poorly.
I would say it makes a better NPC. And that's
maybe.
that would be my only comment on it. Like I feel like that as a character, that would be a stand-in for someone to compare themselves to and go, all right, so he's the guy that does that thing, so next time we need that taken care of, we'll bring him along. Like, I don't think he's the guy that goes around adventuring at that point. I think he just sits, you know, he just goes directly to, you know, I'm trying to make the fucking payday, you know, collect 200 pounds. Like, why wouldn't he not do that if that's his arc is finished? He just goes to undead, he kill undead. You know what I mean? And that way, it just feels like it doesn't give the other characters much to go with. That was my defense, right? Because then they're all just like, all right, well, we have no real choice. We just gotta.
That's what he does, right?
Yeah.
That's it makes sense. But by the way, the character of the helmet, I want to say it's brilliant and horrible at the same way.
You can never play that character. Yep, I know. I've
you can never play that character the second time.
Yeah.
Once the joke is out, that's it. Right? It's the same with any other gimmick character where it's funny when no one knows, but the moment everyone knows, you might as well just retire the character.
To be fair, the character in itself is an idea that becomes a plot or quest. You know.
Yeah, a living helmet, fucking goblin trench totem pole, trench coat totem pole, right? A gnome operating a corpse of a Goliath through a complicated system of pulleys.
The way I like to make characters is think of a style of play, find a low-level build that facilitates it, and make backstory that explains it. I like to discover my character through play. I honestly, it's a smart bit. Honestly, like if you like, I'm not gonna say that you shouldn't build like meta stuff. I know some people who enjoy meta. Like I think Alpaca is very much a meta player when it comes to wanting to do interesting things in combat. I'm not. I'll never say that he's a bad player because like it literally is. It's the engine. It's the universe that we're playing in. So learning those rules is very helpful to me because I don't know everything. I don't know the range of a certain spell or whatever, and you know, it's helpful to have somebody like him around. I will say that it does limit your role playing a little bit because then you heavily rely on these things. And then when I say, what do? You look at your spell sheet when you could just say, can I just kick this fucking tree over and knock it onto the fucking goblin? I like, that sounds cool. Let's go for that. You know, you don't have to use, wait, let me look in my spell book. Yeah, yes, the bend tree spell. You know, like just kick the fucking tree over. Just, you know, like it's still a check. You know, you still do the thing. It's a fun thing. It's a cool thing. I would let you do it.
I picked up that spell. I'm going to fucking use it.
Yeah. Also, hello, Enchanted Echo Forest. Welcome in, welcome in.
Fun fact, actually. I guess it's more directed to you, Manic, than the table. If you were to present it with essentially a hard choice, there is no way of wiggling out of it, and there is no, like, what ifs and anything. You have to start creating a character. What are you going for? What are you going for first, class or race?
Me?
In your brain, like I want to play. I want to play something, and what's that something is going to be like? For some people, it's a race. For some people, it's a class.
Probably.
You know, like, someone goes like, I want to play a barbarian, and then they go like dwarf, maybe tiefling, or at the same time, some people go, I want to play an elven sorcerer, right? For example.
Okay.
This is what comes first.
To me, I'd probably think of the type of character I want to play. So let's take the last character I created, which was in Prophet's game. I was like, I want to play a bully. I want to play a dumb bully. So I picked dwarf, I picked fighter, and then I just made a tomboy dwarf. Called Tilly, because Tilly Tally was.
You started with a dwarf. Right?
Yeah, well, I just went. I want to play like a short, like clearly a bully that is not really a bully, but presenting as a bully. So short, you know how like you got like the intimidate. Like if you take the hierarchy of a Grom character, right? Big old strong 8-foot guy clearly could be really horrible and intimidating if they chose to be, right? I just did the opposite of that basically, where I went. I need somebody who thinks they're a bully. And gives people a lot of attitude, and is very loud, and is very obnoxious, but at the end of the day, they're actually quite a sweetheart. But they're just being a sweetheart in their own kind of way, where they're beating up the person who they're actually helping, because if someone sees them bullying them, then they won't get bullied, because they'll pick on him instead, because he's bullying them. You know? That was my mentality for that character.
The opposite of Grom.
Yeah, literally, that was my character idea. It was mostly just the idea of I wanted to play somebody who was literally the party mom, but really, really didn't want to let them know that I wanted to be the party mom. And then I picked class, and then I picked race and stuff like that. So that's how I went about my character creation. But I kind of have the idea first, or I have the...
you operate from the concept, right? What kind of character I want to be, not necessarily like what you want to do.
I don't open the character creator. Yeah.
It's fun this way, like when you just kind of figure out what you want to be, and then you and then you put on the pants and the shirt that you
well, like if anyone was gonna bleed, like she was gonna bleed, like that kind of scenario, right? So. Tilly knew how to bully in an older brother way. Yes, only allowed to bully my friends vibe. Pretty much. That was the idea. Also, like, when I'm playing D&D, I play very differently than DMing. Like, I want to... Well, actually, no, that's not technically true. Because I want everybody to do cool things. Like, even in Pengu's game, I was playing... I wanted to play a healer wizard. I wanted to, like, cut my own hand... bleed and then be able to heal. He didn't allow that, but that's what I wanted to do. So I could play a wizard who was a healer, in that kind of regard.
I want to do a blood transfusion.
Yeah, basically. But that didn't end up happening. But that's the kind of mentality where I like to play utility, because then I can make other people have, more bombastic turns, or I can, use the help action to get advantage or something stupid like even nowadays, like, I don't know. I have more fun with D&D when I feel like the whole table has fun, right? And if I can make a character who is not useless, but like, weak in a very particular way, where someone else can come along and go, well, you're weak in that department, let me help you, and then they get to feel, empowered because their character is good at a thing that my character's not, and it's pretty obvious what it is. Which you can kind of do with, like, picking a certain class or picking a halfling or, doing that kind of stuff. But that's always been my mentality with character creation. Just not necessarily what's missing or what strength I can fill in, but how can I make a character that's useful, but also like has a lot of varied weaknesses that can be covered or outsmarted by party members who, if they want to be mean about it, they can be. If they want to be like, nice about it, they can be too. Playing like a stupid character as like you're stupid, which means I can technically outsmart you, or playing an overly kind character and being mean to them. Just like the very, very cliche concepts. But I think they're universal, so they work very well, especially in parties.
Yeah, because talking about characters, Nick, like what I'd like to revisit with yourself is the goblin characters we made for the Pathfinder.
Oh yeah. Do you want to? You can explain those characters. I would really like to play those characters.
So we were the character ideas. We basically were two goblins that were expelled from our home because of events happened. Nick's was kind of like I took minus points in. I was an alchemist who took minus points into Constitution. Like, I literally asked the DM if I could have like negative. I wanted like 6 points into Constitution, so I had like negative hit points. Yeah, you did that. And weirdly enough, I played Ernie as like the roller.
That type of motherfucker gets like 14 hit points at level 5.
Well, the point was, like, we were gonna have a shared hit pool, and I would only die. I would only die if Hobo's character died. That was the part, because we were linked. Because I experimented on him, and I made him like my fucking dummy, and he was a big dummy idiot. And I would feed him alchemic pastes and stuff like that. And eventually, and then he got like supercharged and became like a fucking orc type goblin that would carry me around. And I was playing like a little goblin lady. Your
character was kind of one of those. It was like, I think it was a goblin lady, but it was that thing of like people didn't know. It was just like, you little boy. It's like, I'm not a boy.
I'm not a boy. Also, I think her name was Trash or something, if I remember right, because that's what her mom called her. She just thought her name was Trash.
Classic goblin.
What a loving family that is.
Yeah, but we sort of played this thing where it was that thing of like people didn't know like whether we were siblings, husband, wife, or as Nick said, we were actually just like, I was like a science experiment.
And my character was, because we didn't have a healer, and the DM wanted to do kind of like they wanted a healer. Like, I don't care if there's no healer, I will give you potions. I'll make it so that it's fair in a regard. You can buy them, you can go and actively heal. There's bushes or there's berries or something they heal you or something. I don't usually like, you have to have a healer because that's just boring. I hate that shit.
I'm just saying, campaign 1 we had a healer. It was me, and I never fucking healed y'all.
Yeah, you literally cast fucking touch death every fucking time you could.
I'm fucking sorry. Does my hand smell funny to you? Is such a good spell when upcasted.
Well, my whole point
It
was
didn't matter because Penny healed with fire.
That's true. Penny did also heal too. But the whole concept for that goblin character was that I would heal. Yeah, I would heal by rubbing bird feces on. So I was the healer. I was the alchemist healer.
All right, I spoke of that character so much.
Wait, you actually did that to Shay at some point.
Yeah,
I had that little fucking goblin wrote shit and twigs and shit.
Hey,
in fucking
it
hair while he
worked.
rode on
I
Shane's
might have
shoulder.
taken that idea from my character.
Yeah, I
Yeah, that's
fucking see it now. You fucking revolting goblinoid bastard.
Hey, yeah.
You've ruined my trust in goblins.
No, that was a Ganassi. Remember, that was a Ganassi. That was Bog.
I want to say what ruined your trust
No,
in
it wasn't.
goblins
It wasn't Bog.
is...
It
Was it not? Oh.
It was.
Yeah.
It was the Fey guy. The
Go
spider guy.
on.
Oh, Spider Guy. Okay.
Yep. In
Spider
the volcano.
guy?
That asshole.
Oh,
It was the goblin that Othak failed to shoot 3 separate times, rolling ones on each time, and.
To be fair, that's
Goblin
any.
started-
That could be any goblin. Let's be honest.
No. Let's play the game, right? Without looking it up. What was that goblin's name?
Shit for brains.
No. You
Close enough.
Nope.
I don't know. I don't remember. That was fucking 3 years ago.
For real. Do
It's
you
Pig
remember
Spot.
his name?
It was
Oh,
Pig Spot.
Pig Spot. Oh,
Oh god.
Pig Spot.
Well, yeah,
Jesus.
Pig Spot.
Yeah.
Shay was being so sweet. She was like, "Don't worry,
Do you
buddy."
understand how much it hurt for me when someone just forgets shit? just
I'm
this is
sorry,
the
my
most
man.
basic.
It was
this
3
is,
years ago.
No. That's the thing, right? It was 3 years ago. I still remember that. Remember how I feel when no one mentions the fucking thing that happened like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, with my brain damage, I must wreck you on a daily basis.
Uh,
Like, this is my picture. I've never seen that before. I've sent it to you. What? No, I've never seen this.
I've been sharing the picture from my voiceover demo a while
I'm just
ago.
chronically stupid and forgetful.
I don't think Marcy, have you even seen how I look like?
Nope.
Have I
I
s-
just assume that you have a weird beard that kind of goes down to your ankles.
You know what?
Shit!
Just for that, this is the picture that I used
Yeah.
for my voiceover demo reel that I used for my work a while ago.
If there's not a like wizardly long beard that, like
I'm
I said,
gonna
goes
tell
down to your
ya,
ankles that you can
I
use as a
get-
scarf.
Hobo vibes.
Hobo vibes.
Yeah.
Just to say, I look fucking hot. Don't you even dare.
Alright, you're saying Hobo doesn't?
No, not as
Not
cool as
not
me.
hobo
Yeah.
isn't homeless man, as in
But he's still.
Ross
but he's still.
hobo.
I wanna
Oh,
say,
right.
Me and Ross,
This is
me and Ross
confusing.
me and Ross look very alike, but for the sake of my ego, I'm just gonna say that I just look hot. That's it. That's just for the
But your
sake of my
opinions
ego.
are so wrong. I hate it.
My what?
I'm fucking with you. I said your opinions are so wrong. I hate it.
Oh, too bad. You see my picture. You know it's not wrong.
I mean other opinions. I'm not
Oh.
saying that you're not conventionally attractive.
I think a healer
yeah.
is just a balancing variable for the GM. That's my experience from both sides of the fence. Yeah, but I feel like the problem with that prop is that then someone has to go, well, we don't have a healer, so I have to play. So I hate that rule. That's essentially what I'm getting at, right? Just because a game is about is an RPG essentially doesn't mean you need a healer, a tank, and a let's be honest, tanks don't exist in D. Okay, they don't. Right, they don't, and it's the DM's point of view where you can taunt. Right, you could technically use the taunt action and get the creature's attention, the creature's attention. But let's be honest, anybody could do that. You don't have to be like a rogue could do that. A fucking wizard could do that if they wanted. Like, there's no such thing as a tank. There's no such thing as some classes have a bit more AC or some some are ranged DPS or whatever. But
a tank doesn't.
I want to say
Have like
they don't work in the same universal mindset of the common gamer.
Do you just mean like fat health bar tank or like?
No, I'm meaning like tank, the holy trinity of healer, tank, DPS, like MMO logic. Like you need all of those in order to finish a dungeon.
No.
That kind of bullshit,
Marcy means like what makes a tank for D&D in your opinion that
Yeah.
cannot exist.
High armor class. Well, no, I don't think tanks exist in D&D. That's my point. Like they don't exist.
Okay, because I don't really agree with that one because you can literally have like a fucking like totem barbarian who is raging, because if you're a totem barbarian, you get resistance to everything except like psionic once you get a certain level.
Yes, but then as the DM, I just kill Ernie anyway because I feel like it.
Yeah, may I kind of interject? We have a massive fucking orc barbarian who got folded like a fucking omelet.
But my point is,
that was magic, and I was fucking robbed.
My point is that like mechanically, right? It doesn't work the same way as like an MMO would or an RPG did. Like, but the mindset,
of course,
the mindset is still there because people are used to playing tank, healer, DPS, which I don't fully agree with. I understand the mechanics of it, but I don't like my boss fights are usually not like tuned for the Trinity.
Okay, so I just to make a point, right? I'm not saying that this is now my plan for the future, but imagine the concept of a fighter who uses a fighter healer, essentially, that uses the inaction surge to feed 2 healing potions to people,
right?
To people during his turn.
And then he needs a long rest.
And then he needs a long rest to heal 2 people at the same time again. But basically, you can operate as a healer from any class tag. I picked fighter purely because it has no healing skills towards the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Fighter can like do self heal to an extent, a very small one, but you know it's just an example that you could use. You can make an archetype of a class that's not supposed to be a healer into a healer, and you can probably make it essentially a tank sorcerer or a tank wizard.
I would also say that technically it really depends on the DM. It also depends on the game you're playing. It also depends on a lot of things. Like there's a lot of variabilities. To be fair, every TTRPG is very much the same. Of just like it depends what your DM wants. It depends how fun he wants it to be. It depends how realistic he wants it to be. It depends how much challenge he wants to put you through. Like I don't mind putting you on low health, but I know exactly if I put you into a situation where you're going to be all upset and butthurt about it. I know the first thing you're going to be like is, well, now we're being rushed. So I'm like, well, here's some potions. And now you don't feel like you're being rushed, you know?
No, and then we're going to feel like, oh no, there's a boss fight happening. Go the other way around.
So, you know, you're never going to have like the perfect...
This dungeon might have puzzles into it. Dig around it.
Yeah. Like I said, everyone's different. Every game's different. But I personally find that like the mechanics of tank, healer, DPS, they don't really work. Especially, but it's not that they don't work. It's that I don't want them to work because I want players to think outside of the box, not just sticking in DPS and tank. Sometimes sometimes the tank can heal. I mean, run over, feed him a potion. Sometimes the DPS can, tank for a bit because the healer needs, the tank needs to maybe take a turn to back out and, do something else, do something different. Because like otherwise, you just like every time a combat happens, you've got tank in the front doing what he does every time, and then eventually like, man, this is boring. Like sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of mix up in D&D.
Monica in my life.
Right, exactly. All right. Well, I will say we're gonna probably drop into the session in 4 minutes.
We are approaching the...
So what I will say, unless there's any other questions, dice rolls will now be open, guys. So if you want to roll that, please try to keep it within 10 minutes of each other because if it's too much, I'm going to just take it every 10 minutes for the party buffs. We also have the thingies below for buffs and potions and stuff like that if you want to give some temporary hit points or whatever for this fight with the dragon. No, you guys aren't. I don't even think you guys are going to plan to attack this thing, are you? I guess we'll see.
We technically still have a turn from the last session.
It's going to be a very simple fuck no.
Well, with the lightning and all that stuff, yeah.
I feel very unfulfilled, Marcy. You don't know.
That's a fucking shame because I'm right in front of its face, and I like having a health bar.
Godwin might take a very frustrating kick and dig.
Well, if that's the case, Grom is just going to very blatantly point to you and say, "I don't know him."
Plus 2 damage. Thank you, Nana.
I don't know. Oh, come on, bro. What buried your mother? Come on. That's a very good connection.
It kind of is.
I have a question.
I have a question though.
Okay, go for it.
Go ahead.
No,
ahead.
go for it. I had a funny one. No, you
I
sound
was
like you
gonna
had a
ask how-
legitimate one.
I was gonna ask how people choose to approach their character backgrounds. Like, do you choose to opt for, like, the edgy, like, sad fucking rogue who's always brooding in the corner, or
Cliches.
do you try to avoid the cliches and make something a bit more dynamic? Because you can always start with a cliche and then build upon it.
Honestly, like
But-
I know a lot of people who fear, like, they steer away from cliches. I genuinely like when someone leads into it, because that just leads to, like, you can just change it at any moment, and it's more interesting than, like, you know. But like keeping a cliche, start on a cliche and then build out of it, right? That's I always like that. That's always interesting.
Like, I feel like Ross and I did that pretty good with Grom and Ernie, because the cliche was that they're the idiot barbarians.
And now they're stepbrothers from the movie Step Brothers.
And now, what was the subversion again?
Rob, did you touch my drums?
Why is there a green imprint on it?
What is it? He rubbed his nuts on him or something?
Yeah, he rubbed.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it right now.
Yep.
The spiced William Lawson whiskey with spices is AIDS without Coke.
Okay, well, maybe you should get some Coke in this next 5 minutes.
No, I have it. I have it with Coke, but like when you finish a glass with of a mixed drink, you usually get like the nasty aftertaste at the very bottom of that glass, as if nothing mixed there whatsoever.
Campaign, I am a healer light with combat encounter. The only thing I did was do healing. One of the parlayers died. He asked me what I should play. I said, a cleric, please, because we will not survive the next combat. I mean, that's also part of it, Asoboric, that I'm like, I hate that, right? I hate that the encounter is supposed to be so brutal that you have to basically, like, what your DM has basically decided for you is, fuck you, you don't get to play your character. I want you to play a different character because I can't. I'm bad at fucking balancing the encounter. which you know, at the end of the day, like, I feel like just it's just like, just give me the character you want me to play then, dude, because you're not gonna let me play my character, and that's fine.
To be fair, it depends on the game.
It does.
Cthulhu, for example, is notorious for having interchangeable characters.
Yeah, but that's a different kind of campaign, though, I would say.
At any moment. Yes. As I'm saying, like, if it's D&D, it makes sense to cling to your characters for as long as possible, and then weave your next one into the story naturally. But in Call of Cthulhu, it's just like, oh fuck, the cultist just fucking crit on me, and, you know.
Well, like when I
only have 5 health, so
yeah.
Good luck me.
When I crit one of you, like, it's always a big deal, and I don't try to, like, shy away from it, right? The only time I've ever been really pissed off is when I've critted Grom and gone, fuck off. What do you mean 6 damage? Like, but that's just barbarians.
Right, yeah.
I just flex the right way.
Yeah.
Deflect everything because.
But I do think from now on we're gonna just do brutal we're gonna do brutal criticals, and that goes for me and you guys. So if it's just full damage on the dice, and then.
Oh, is that why you rolled 201? On
Look, at least it's not full damage and double dice.
No. I think that would be a little too silly, especially. Well, you're at that level now where that could kill everybody except for you, so I'd be okay with it.
Well, I think Ernie would be all right. He's got a fat health bar.
All right. Well, what we'll do is we'll take a 3-minute break, so you guys can get away, drink, do your urinations and whatever, and then we'll come back and we're gonna start the session, guys. So thank you.
Probably in that particular order.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Okay, we'll just we're gonna start in 3 minutes. So
I'm not playing with piss drinkers.
Well,
You have been this entire time.
This
Wilson,
whole
you.
haha.
You think that was Johnny Walker in my glass? No. That was yesterday's apple juice.
Okay.
That is disgusting.
So tonight's session is called. Find myself. The Dragon Storm over Oakstar. Session 19, I think. Where we will we're gonna pick up from the last encounter. Where our party was in the middle of demolishing some goblins. Grom having destroyed pretty much their force, with Ernie sneaking around very, halfling-like, using his small stature to get the surprise on these bandit-like highwaymen goblins. Little did they know that the
goblin was there.
well, little did they know that the goblins themselves were waiting for somebody. As Gilderoy was tied to a stake in the middle of the road, knocked unconscious. You were not entirely sure. You'll have to probably ask him. I mean, there's a moment to. Upon stumbling upon two weird-like draconic creatures for the first time in your lives, I feel like, I don't know, they were a little cute, I guess. Most of you seem to think they were cute in regards to almost trying to get some mounts. Unfortunately, though, Saphirax, well, mounts, pets, the same thing. I played too much World of Warcraft. Saphirax had dropping down, murdering his own kind, and basically presenting himself with a fight that I feel like most of you are not in a reasonable state to. But I will say, as we are starting, can pop this clip, and that's not right. It's fine. Best part about Hero Road. Right, I think you're all on the map, right?
Most
Ernie,
of us, I don't see Grom.
Ernie and yeah, Grom is not. Grom's not in Fantasy Ground, so we'll. Yep.
Fair enough.
A Cornerstone fragment. What is that? A Cornerstone fragment is basically a moment. You pick a character and you can basically get a look into their mind at this exact moment. They could take a break in the story to kind of like give you an internal monologue for a particular character. That's what a Cornerstone. So.
Waiting to launch something.
Yeah.
Crazy how it was the fucking Fantasy Grounds itself.
So Mogren is currently Alpaca's not here, so we're gonna just have him hang about with Gilderoy right now.
Gilderoy just fuck off from behind the barricade.
He's hiding. He's not. Listen. It's Gilderoy. He's hiding.
But he's the bravest man I've ever seen.
I mean, yeah, when he's got his army in front of him. Okay, so Zarathax, having dropped from the actual sky above, the lightning crackling, thunder kind of echoing all of you as you stand. Grom, not in the game, so I don't actually know where he's standing right now.
He was standing. he was slightly to the northeast of the rock formation. The goblins pushed away at least 5 feet upon the impact.
So you see this
rocks.
Yeah, you see this large bluish hued dragon, scales kind of flexing as the lightning charge mist of the cloud that it descended through kind of vibrates. You see like almost flares of purple and indigo kind of just brushing off of him, kind of like almost a second skin as it kind of fades from him, and you see this blue hue just vibrate around the eyes of this large draconic nose and the teeth shining through. Give me... You know what, Grom, you're close. You know what? Actually, no. Give me an investigation check, please, Bean.
Bean?
Yep.
Bean? Grom, you're I'm gonna say you getting smacked doesn't let you roll.
Sure, that is perfectly fine by me. I am joining it as
24. It's okay. Okay. 24.
I can do investigation too.
Okay, so that's -1 to attack, guys. -1 to attack. Right. So with your 24, Valavray, you do notice that there seems to be some sort of like, almost like a dark blue hue around the dragon's lips. You can see like almost like the teeth on its lower jaw seem to be kind of like a darker purple. And there's a sweet smell that's almost smells sickly as you can hear it breathe out. He basically then kind of proceeds to monologue. As you hear him say, "These were imperfect and weak. I shed no tears for failures. Do not mistake my indifference for mercy. You wonder why you have not seen my kind in this realm? Most dragons were chained, hunted, driven into prisons of stone and spell. But I learned to hide, to burrow beneath the world, to wait. And now, I no longer wait. My goblins already nest inside your precious Oakstar. They hold hostages. They wait for my command. Kill me, and they will drown your town in blood." See for a moment, kind of like, and starts like to almost kind of recoil a little bit, and you hear him kind of say, which unfortunately, the only person who speaks Draconic is Alpaca, so none of you know what that means.
That's pretty good.
Give me a wisdom. Give me a wisdom
God damn
roll.
it, I know Orcish.
Yeah, give me a wisdom. I need a wisdom roll.
Can I ask the dark blue hue and the sweet breath, the sick? What do I? Do I know anything more other than he's got a funny glow on his mouth and smoke coming out?
I mean,
do I know that that's
you
not
just
normal?
that is something that you have noticed.
Let me just say, just ask how fucked am I in the future? Will I be able? What exactly will I have to roll to replicate the exact phrase to maybe convey it to Morgan?
This is why I'm asking you to roll a wisdom saving throw right now.
It's a saving throw as well.
No. I need a DC 13. So I need a wisdom of DC 13 to maybe.
Is it a saving throw?
No, it's just a wisdom. I'm giving you an opportunity because the only person who speaks Draconic isn't here. All right.
Fair enough.
This is everybody. Just everybody can roll because they're in range of it.
There's my 20.
All right. Okay.
Wisdom save, you said?
No, it's just a wisdom. It's just a wisdom check.
Okay, just wisdom.
Also, I got the nat 20.
Well, Alpaca is not feeling too well, and he said he gave us a very much a warning in advance. So, send your love to Alpaca. He's not well right now. All right. You basically hear him say, "Kildratha Foknorath," which kind of like he kind of slips into it from his common tongue. And I will say, Bean, as he's saying this, you can hear like you see splatters of this almost purplish paint kind of just splat against the dirt in front of you. Almost like he might be wounded or something just seems to be kind of wrong. It could be spittle, you're not sure. You have no knowledge on dragons yourself, except for the storybooks and the myths and all these things that you've read. But other than that, this doesn't seem like a healthy dragon. I will say with your roll, that's what you checked.
Was that's the investigation one?
That was Bean's investigation. The wisdom check is I haven't got to that yet. Which is Keldratha Voknorath, right? Which is something he just slips into after his phrase. And I will say, anybody who rolls, you kind of realize that the whispering in Draconic is the chains that still whisper beneath the earth. As he kind of mumbles it out.
Manic, would you like to so graciously resend the map to everyone's screen?
Yes, I could do that.
Yeah, thank you.
And then you basically, there you go, Grom, and you.
tiny Grom.
Yes.
This so tiny, cute little Grom.
There we go.
Oh,
Big
Is
Grom.
this incorrect? Yeah.
That's you wish. You wish.
Make yourself at least like
That's about
two
it.
times
No,
larger.
that's it. That's it. That's it. Because he technically
Yeah,
takes up.
that's
Yeah.
about where it is.
All right. Okay. So with that, you will then see him say, "Like, wait." Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yeah. And is there anything else you guys would like to interrupt him, or are you going to wait for him to finish saying the rest of his things?
Would I
I'm-
see that he's sick?
No. Even Bean doesn't really think he's sick. She just notices that he's spitting like what looks like ichor, kind of gross little flakes of blood or whatever the fuck it is. You're not sure. But Bean is the one that notices it. Balafre is the one that seems to notice that he's not. If it was an animal, he's clearly like almost frothing and kind of, he's not doing too well.
Fair enough. Marcy, you were saying?
Grom is not dumb enough to try to interrupt a fucking dragon.
All right, Ernie.
I was going to say Ernie's going to try and if he can, try and sneak towards the cart to grab one of the goblin corpses just to kind of prop up like Weekend at Bernie's. I'm okay, boss.
Okay, all right. You know what? Give me a stealth roll while you're doing that then.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, you took the dragon off the map.
No.
I don't see the dragon anymore.
Did
It's
not.
on your stream, but it's not in our map.
Same here. We don't see
There we
it
go.
really.
Hey, reset.
Also,
Apparently.
Ernie did fucking awesome with his stealth roll.
I'd like to think that Valray's feeling brave.
Okay.
And if the party is not opposed, I'm gonna go talk to. I want to just go talk to him.
I mean, you are talking to it, but my question was, are you going to interrupt it?
No, no.
I wanted to interrupt him just to say you're
Wait,
good.
the last time you interrupted a big bad guy, Grom got folded in half. Just saying.
No, I think it happened because Grom kind of attacked the bad guy while I was just chatting. And Grom was actively sneaking upon it. I just wanted to go. I just wanted to say, as Godwin just hears Dragon's speech. It's not going to be even directed at the dragon. He will just vocalize mostly to himself and to everyone. Oh, you got shit. That's not very nice.
Okay, and as you're saying that, you just see that Ernie's kind of slowly sidestepping, and just picking up a dead goblin and just kind of holding it up and just kind of the dragon doesn't seem to. He says quickly, doing a roll to see if. Yeah, the dragon doesn't seem to give a shit. He then continues as you all seem to almost kind of stare at this creature willingly. I am assuming, considering you said that you might be interested, Bean, so I assume you're giving it its undivided attention.
Well, and I'm easing towards Grom because Grom just got thrown. So, Grom, are you okay? I'm just gonna whisper to Grom, "Are you okay?"
I don't believe the word willingly is appropriate.
I'm trying not to get fucked up right now, so I think I'm just gonna get back to my feet real slow, Lord, and hope it doesn't fucking eat me, I guess.
There is another dragon. Older. Stronger. Its mind poisoned. It festers in the eastern mines. It threatens my domain. It threatens your town. It must be destroyed. Gilderoy already seeks to send you there. Oh, convenient.
It is convenient. Isn't that right, Mr. Gilroy?
I'm not here!
Are we going to help this dragon? Oh man, I wish Tyrion was here.
You can see, you know what? I will say you do see that the Gilderoy is kind of just standing perfectly still, kind of staring in awe.
So I must question you, sir. Ask a question if I might. Oh, great!
Blazing
and
underscore
powerful
frames just followed.
Sir, dragon. You mentioned this other dragon, older, stronger, threatens this town. I'm confused. If you could, the purpose of the goblins that you say are about to attack the town that are under your control. I feel like I'm missing something that I would love for you to enlighten my feeble mind to, so that we may be able to assist you in your request.
I will say, as you give me another wisdom check, please. As you see this creature kind of like almost try to hold back, it's like its chest kind of like fills slightly. You can almost hear like a hissing noise as it kind of like tries to hold back a cough. All right, with 50.
I have a dumb fucking thing to say, but I don't want to.
You hear the dragon kind of then mutter under its breath, "Bulgora Morthkva," which translates to "the sickness wakes what should sleep." As you hear this draconic like phrase, almost kind of like vibrating in the side of your brain, you hear the draconic tongue kind of lap and spit more of this ichor across the ground. The purple almost becoming a little bit more vibrant as it becomes more fresh on its tongue. It then reaches its big paw and just kind of like rubs at its lower jaw.
As you can tell, I suffer sickness. I am not at my full strength, but it would not take much to destroy you.
Kind of glances over, staring at Gilderoy. Can't see Ernie at the moment. And then glances back to pretty much kind of like just scanning from all of you.
Darling, can we assist in your healing? Is this what this other dragon, is this causing you this illness?
You do see him kind of just like take both of his claws, just kind of like knocking them like 5 foot right in front of you. You can feel the whole earth kind of shake as he says,
"Why else would I be talking to you?"
But most sincere apologies, but a mere mortal, and often it does take us a little bit of nudging to understand the truth of someone as great as you are and omnipotent. Yeah, that word, you're like this great fucking god. I didn't say that.
Yep.
Can Grom like place his hand on Valivre's shoulder?
Valley.
Okay.
I know you're trying to do that, but
I'm a fucking chicken nugget right here.
try
By the way,
using less flowery words.
Has he introduced himself to us, or have you only introduced him to us?
You only know, like, he hasn't said his name.
Fair enough. Basically, this entire time, Godwin was kind of sheathed his sword, and the moment he said he's sick, right, that he suffered from sickness, Godwin just approaches him with a shield up and an outstretched hand to a certain like threshold, where it's obvious that the moment he enters that particular range, it would be basically fighting time.
Mm-hmm.
He will kind of like knock on his shield to attract the dragon's attention and go, "I'm sorry, Mr. Dragon. You said you're sick. May I attempt to heal you?"
Grom is gonna step to the other side of that.
Just give me a second. I have to roll an attack wound.
Oh no! I'm going to space, guys.
Chicken nuggets.
I'm gonna be the Catatonian, part of the Catatonian space program.
Is a 16 enough to hit?
Hit who?
Hit Godwin. I don't think it is.
No, it's not. It's 19.
So he leans forward and just brings down his claw right in front of you, right? Just right? Kind of like, yet again, just you're splattered with whatever left ichor hits like you from the ground, and the mud from the rain pouring down around you. Your shield covered in mud and dirt and rocks and gravel, as he just kind of like snorts at you, going,
Get away, Paladin. Your magic cannot fix me. If it were so simple, I would kill all but the holy men.
Wouldn't hurt to try.
Can I scoop up some of the slobbery slop?
I mean, and if you want.
Yeah. Did he drop his hand in front of me?
He, to be fair, he's kind of sitting like a dog upwards, but every time you guys talk, he is like kind of like stomping the ground, kind of like a. He's trying to intimidate you with his size. He's a lot bigger. Like right now, he's like 4 times the size of that wagon. Right? Like he's not a like he could swing his tail and knock all of you out.
The reason is if he smacked his massive paw in front of me, I kind of want to touch it with the lay on hands.
Okay. I mean, you could go for it.
He did miss me. So.
He did. I mean, I rolled a 4, and it's a plus 12 to hit. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, I see that it's plus 12. It's fucking rend as well. No.
I mean, you're.
No, I'm not. I guess God will kind of go. If you don't want to, I'm not going to push it. But I do feel bad for you, Mr. Dragon.
The bindings that once held dragons are weakening. The world shifts and prisons crack. If I do not act now, I will die, and I will perish, and others will rise. I will not be the last dragon, Roogie, the last dragon to rise. But I will be the first to rule.
I appreciate.
Yes, Ernie.
I appreciate the pivot.
Yeah, you're just going to sort of pipe up, like peek from behind the car. And we have to get, or kill. Is there something we have to get from it, or from where it is?
In the east, there is a mine. There is a sickness. You will go. You will descend, and you will remove the sickness, or your town will die.
Right, got you.
So, if... Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
So... Oh, goddammit, I fucked up the voice now.
Ruh-roh.
So if we accept this and go and assist you, we need your word that you're not going to use your goblins to attack anywhere.
My goblins are but a talon from my body. They will do as I ask.
Alright, I can understand that. However, some of us are from this region, and we need your word that you're not going to assault anything or raid any villages. You have you essentially own an army of goblins, and we have your word that you're not going to assault anywhere or anyone.
Do not mistake my goblins for these pests, these creatures.
And he kind of turns and he looks at the goblins that are still locked away in the cage behind you. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but I rolled a critical 1, so they've literally just locked themselves tighter in that prison. As they're all like panicking and just like going, "Oh fuck me! There's a goddamn dragon! Oh god!" Like, you see that the dragon kind of just snorts, kind of faces those goblins, and you can see now. These ones are very much like the goblins that were attacking Port Pleb. they seem to be wearing the same kind of like rubbish like clothing. They're all like they have totems of like fingers and like candles and like letter openers and all these kind of like almost like tokens and stuff. Like they were collecting stuff almost to bring back to a bigger dragon. You might have thought it would have been this one. Perhaps it doesn't seem to be the case.
All right, so your goblins are distinctly different from the rest. Is there some way that we can tell them apart, perhaps?
I do not care. Kill whatever goblin comes your way. If they are in your way, destroy them!
And you can hear his like just. I want every single one of you who's in front of it to roll a Constitution saving throw.
It's not very safe.
Ew,
Yeah, it's not very helpful, sir.
Get Bean with the big rolls.
Do you have bless? Is that bless? You guys getting bless?
Yeah, it's still Morgren's
It's still okay.
Oh,
Fair
yeah.
enough. We're allow it. All right. Okay. The only one who technically failed was Ernie, but you were hiding behind a goblin. So what I will say, Ernie, since technically narratively you are hiding behind a goblin, you get like a big old wave of like purple pus that just sprays from its mouth. Kind of like a visceral, like, you know when someone talks too much and like they spit? Kind of like that, except for this purple goo kind of like clings to the goblin, and as it slaps and like lathers across this dead, decaying face, you can kind of then start to see it seep into the creature, and then almost like you can feel it kind of bringing itself like back to life, just for like a couple of seconds, and then it kind of just like volatile, like kind of just stops shaking, and then kind of goes inert again, as if perhaps the sickness is parasitic in nature. I will
Stop hold.
Are you a big swamp thing, Mr. Dragon? Is it? Are you somehow? Do you have relatives in Mirkwood?
These dragons, some are more dangerous than others. If you can kill the one hiding in the mine, I will honor our deal.
That's not a very good deal, by the way.
I will let
Okay,
you
so
live.
Yeah,
so out of
that's what I
character,
was
our
saying.
so out of character, our deal is that we go and kill a dragon, and he maybe
And then that's
maybe
it.
doesn't
No,
fuck
we
us
go,
up.
we go kill a dragon, and nothing happens. That's as good a deal as we can get.
Hey, it's up to you if you want to try to negotiate. This is part of the story. Like this is up to you guys. Like if you want to have like a 5-minute chat to try and negotiate something, go for it.
Sure, okay. I would like to roll persuasion.
Yeah, but I need you to to be. What are you trying to persuade? What are you trying to get? Do you want to lift? Do you want him to take you there?
No, Mr. Dragon, would you join my order in our endless fight against the unclean?
Oh god damn it! I'm proselytizing
Can
towards the dragon.
can I roll to attack again?
No. I don't know exactly, out of character, what exactly do we want? Like, we were going there anyway. What exactly can we bargain out of the guy?
Maybe see if it knows of any weapons or things that we could use to kill the dragon.
Oh, there you go. Well, and do we have to bring something back to cure him? I mean, is it just it dies and he's suddenly cured? I mean, that doesn't make sense.
That was a question that Ross had asked, and I don't believe that the dragon really answered.
Would he answer?
And
It did. It sort of said go in there, kill the dragon that's in there, and it'll lift the disease. So I'm assuming this other dragon's taken this dragon's lair, and it's poisoned it, which is what's killing this dragon.
That's a good question.
In character, like, Godwin would probably ask it, are we the first one you're sending there?
Zarathax sends only tools like you to do his jobs. Witches, my goblins were useless. I must try another tactic.
did he say tools or fools?
Banana,
Is there a
banana.
difference?
Both. Yes. Okay, got it.
Is there anything you could tell us that might assist us in that endeavor? Or are we on our own?
All I can say is the creature will try to seep into your mind. Simple creatures like you will not have to deal with such visions.
Wisdom
kinda
check
fair.
again. Wisdom check again, please. Wisdom check again.
I'm gonna show
everybody?
me dead friends again.
Who knows?
Is
Wisdom
that
save or wisdom check?
Just a wisdom check.
Sorry.
Wisdom check.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Wisdom check. All right, there's my wisdom check.
As he finishes saying his last spouting, you can kind of then hear him say,
Shavok Gathravin.
which kind of then translates to the marked ones will feel it first.
Oh man.
You see his head stops mid-sentence, and he starts to tilt, almost kind of like listening, as if he's then aware that you can hear what he's saying, and then realizes that he's been speaking, like almost giving away secrets, as he stares at all of you.
Marked ones? I'm talking about Ashlock. Do you know Ashlock, Mr. Dragon?
I do not recognize the name.
It's a big guy, chains, flesh hanging out. Can't really be hit.
Ah,
Folded-
you mean
folded
from
like
Cornerstone Session 16?
Yeah, that guy.
Ah, yes, that one. No,
What's a session?
I haven't seen that episode yet. I haven't caught up on all the VODs.
You should really do that.
Oh, you should really catch up to all episodes on
Yes,
the
on-
Panic 88 YouTube channel.
That's a bad plug.
Grom's
I
gonna
don't-
grab a brick and some mortar and repair the fourth wall here for a second.
Okay, thank you.
That-
Thanks. That's a present.
That's as
No
natural
problem.
as we
Got
can
us.
segue into that.
Yeah, yep.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Bean.
Go ahead, Bean.
No, I want to ask the dragon questions.
Go for it. Like
Same.
I will also say, if you guys want to have like a 5-minute, like, you know, meta conversation about what kind of questions you want to ask, you're not over talking on it, or for
Sure.
everybody, go for it. I'm more than happy for that.
That sounds great. So Grom wanted to ask, trying to get at like what kind of dragon
Yes,
he's sending us
same.
to go and fight up against.
Exactly.
Because all
That's
he has given us is that it is much older, much stronger, and in Grom's mind, that means it's bigger and he doesn't know much about dragons.
Okay.
He's maybe heard like ancient legends, but
I would say that you kind of know colored dragons, but you don't necessarily know what that means. I will also say that everybody knows colored dragons, you know, metal dragons, all these kind of dragons. They kind of exist. In my homebrew, I will say that they are of... A dragon is a dragon. Usually it's just like color just denotes them as, you know,
what
element they use, kind of.
Okay, well, that's
Mostly because...
important information
I'm-
to know
yeah, yeah.
going in, though, right?
I will also say, like, considering the way Dragonborn are in this world, they're basically NATO, right? So they basically have, like, a terrorist watch list. And they go, this dragon's bad, we gotta keep him there. We got this guy, this one's trapped in another realm, we gotta keep him there. Since none of you are Dragonborn, and none of you are really from that area, dragons don't really set foot in the Empire, right? So, this one in particular is probably the first one that you've ever seen. I will say, color-wise, well, this one's clearly big old thunder and lightning. As you kind of like ask this, as you ask this question, I guess, what kind of dragon?
I want his name and his color, and yeah,
Okay.
I want his name too.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to like focus on before I start just giving you some information here?
Are we on a timer?
No time. No, this is just a meta conversation.
No, to the
Oh,
dragon.
right, to the dragon.
Question
Oh,
to the
okay,
dragon.
yeah.
Are we on a timer?
I basically wanted to kind of reiterate what we already know, and from his point, from the information we gauged from the dragon, the dragon itself is sick, and the corruption spread through unknown means from the mine at the fault of another dragon, eastern mine, so to speak. The dragon seemingly is older and
Well, he
more
seems to think.
powerful than
He seems to
this
think,
one,
yeah.
according to the dragon in front of us. I think it's well, I can kind of deduce that he thinks it's stronger and more powerful purely because the dragon in front of us is affected by it heavily. So it might as well be an absolute weakling that got a lucky hit, or just something that is manageable from our perspective, but has an absolute corruptive power that this dragon just roll absolute shit against, right? To an extent. So I think as much as it would be reasonable to expect that we will receive a color and a name of that particular dragon, maybe we should also. It was told to us that we cannot expect any substantial help from it. So maybe we.
Well,
can
he's
just
hiring
kinda-
you for a reason, right? Like if he gets close enough, maybe it'll be protect him more. Maybe blah blah blah. You make some assumptions.
Maybe we can ask for the safe passage, or maybe some information for upcoming travel. Basically.
Yeah, sure.
That might be that might be an option. Being.
All right, give me a persuasion roll. I'll let you guys decide on who, but just kind of like as
who has
yeah,
who
yeah.
has the highest one?
Who wants to roll meta? You can roll meta. I'm okay with it.
I have +3 on mine.
I got 5.
I have 0.
0.
Okay, then.
However, could we give, since we're all kind of asking these questions and we're doing this in a meta sense,
I would
since
say
it's
like
essentially a group question. Is there some way that we can give him advantage
So,
by
just
assisting him?
every once in a while, we just approach Val and just whisper in her ear the question we want to ask, because Val is the most verbose and eloquent.
I'll let you roll persuasion check. You know what? Take all the modifiers, put them together. Do that. Put that.
Okay.
So
you
I'm
get +3
adding,
from me.
And that's
0
it.
from Grom.
and that's it. Persuasion. He's like whole time. Can I get an advantage?
You got also my shit luck. So enjoy.
Yeah.
that.
Oh, God.
I did specify that Grom was trying to help.
That's no. You either get the modifier or you get advantage. All right. I decided modifier. You basically kind of like you lean up and you start just kind of like almost like asking.
Pull out my notebook.
Yes, that
I have my
like the
notebook
most
out.
obnoxious way to like ask as many questions as possible to like someone who's just wanting to get out of the fucking way.
Darling, I'm going to need this dragon's name, the color of the dragon, what its properties are. Are we on a timer? And of course, what is the best way to get in there? The path.
In
with
that
the least
moment,
amount of
you
traps.
see this. You see the tail of this dragon just swish,
Runs away.
crushing all of the goblins behind you, right behind them, right? Like as a way to shut you up. He just kills all of them. His tail just smashes down, and you just see like pulp and bits of bone and freckles and teeth and what like everything, bits of skin, all that kind of stuff, right? And then he kind of just glances down, snorting in your direction again, and he says,
Wormhole, the hollow maw, the poisoned mine dragon. You will descend the mine, will kill the creature. Wormhole.
Is this giving vibes of the Marquis guy?
what do you mean? What sense?
I did ask about.
Yeah, he doesn't know what that is. Like he gave no
Oh, that was
information on that.
that was the Marquis guy.
Yeah.
The worm
Well-
was okay.
Okay, so
The Dune worm was.
so
Yeah.
you specifically asked him about Ashlock. We
Yes.
did not ask him if he had information or knew about the Marquis. Those are two distinct, different things.
True.
However, he's
You know
already
about
pretty
the
pissed.
Morty, Mr. Dragon?
Oh,
My
sorry.
friend Ernie got stabbed with one.
I know nothing of your petty artifacts.
Well, he said the marked ones will feel it first, and we know of being marked. So...
Anyway, Mr. Dragon, we were going to that particular mine anyway, so we're probably going to kill that guy. You don't worry about nothing.
Gilderoy kind of leans in slightly, going, "You should probably be very careful."
Mr. Gilderoy promises you he will kill the dragon too.
Isn't, like, in these quests, isn't there generally like a, here, I charge you with this, take this with you to guide your journey?
No, that's only in fairy tales, Val.
You can hear it almost like a loud. Give me a sec. The sound effect. You can hear a loud, sudden storm of thunder as his wings start to envelop, and he just like almost kind of blows you all away slightly, just kind of stretching his wingspan.
Guess not.
You can kind of then see he's losing his patience, going,
You have 24 hours, or Oakstar, I will burn to the ground myself.
All right, hold on. Look,
Mr. Dragon, you don't even burn things, you throw lightning.
God damn it, Godwin, shut the fuck up.
"Can you just do a rend attack again on Godwin?"
Okay.
Grom is gonna like hearing the timer put on the group, not knowing how far away the mines are or what they're gonna be having to deal with.
I would
inside
say
the
you
mines.
would know because this is your region, so you would know how quickly it would take you
Okay.
to get there. It's
well-
actually quite close. Like I said, you were on your way here in the first place. You were going to drop by your own towns, and then unfortunately the goblin skirmishes were literally leading you to slow your journey. A journey that would take usually 2 days has taken about a week, just because of the influx of the road and the Empire not being this far out where they usually are. So.
And about how far away would Grom estimate that mine to be?
For purposes, maybe like 4 hours. Take 4 hours. Like you'll get there before midday, round about midday.
What if we go to the Oakstar first and then to the mine?
Well, I mean, he will be
I'm
flying over the
technically
top. So, like I said, he's currently in the way.
Oh, I guess we're going straight to the mine then.
I mean, you could try to sneak past him if you want. Like that is an option.
Has he said his name?
Zara, yeah, he referred to himself in third person.
Oh.
Okay, I just can't remember how to pronounce it because it's
Zarathax.
Xerox,
all right, Mr.
like a
Zelrathex.
printer.
I
Don't
understand
get
that you're
killed.
being impatient because you're being swamped with questions from our friend here, and I do apologize. However,
I
we may
curtsy.
need a bit more than 24 hours to go through and do what you've asked of us, which you're leaving us with very little choice here, so we will endeavor to do so. But we need that guarantee that the town will remain safe while we are within the mines.
He kind of then gives you a quick once-over. Then staring down at the curtsying /gnome, snorts.
24 to the next sunset. Once the sun sets, as soon as it rises, I will descend upon this town, and I will destroy what is left, and I will make a new nest.
May I roll really quick, may I roll persuasion to just ask him, can you at least help us get there quicker?
Disadvantage.
God damn it!
Because of Bean rolled a 1, unfortunately. Otherwise, you might have had a chance. Yeah, like you're currently at -3 reputation with this dragon. It's you're not doing too well.
It's a 7.
To be fair, it is a dragon, and it is not necessarily neutral.
I'm not saying carry out some stuff. I'm just saying, can you help us get there? Like,
As you know what, like he will, like you see him kind of like arch up and kind of like stand on his top legs, his wings kind of like contracting a little bit, and as you see him do that, then the sun start to come through the clouds, and the clouds start to kind of fade slightly, as if he's almost controlling the amount of heavy pouring rain that is now submerging your in the path.
You have until the sun rises tomorrow.
Is that when you die?
No, that's even less than we had before. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'll shut up now, Mr. Dragon. I'm sorry. I made an assumption. My bad. We probably should go. But Mr. Gilder,
he quickly, as you see him, he just turns without even saying goodbye to you. He just starts to fly, like straight out towards Oakstar. And in that moment, I will say that you are all staring, watching this blue, huge dragon just get smaller, smaller, and then you just start seeing him kind of like fly around. And Ernie, considering this is where you're from, you know exactly the direction he's heading in and how easy it would be for him to just destroy your hometown without you being able to get there at that moment. Literally be hours behind.
Yeah, just eyes wide, panicking, and Ernie's just like, appears from behind the car, and it's just like, what we're waiting for, let's fucking go! And just is off at like a dash.
How big is Oakstar?
Well, it's technically, how would you put it? It's like a bunch of
compared to a village.
Oakstar is a bunch of little villages, like that are all under kind of like the Oakstar, which is think of it as a region. So, for instance, technically, Grom is from Oakstar, and technically, Godwin is also from Oakstar, but they're from different villages of Oakstar, which is the county, basically.
Right. So Val wants to point out that the way I see it, darlings, we really have two choices, right? We go do his quest and go for the dragon in the mines, of which we know nothing about, or we could also evacuate Oakstar, and he's dying. So he seemed desperate. I don't know how close he is to dying, but if we do nothing, will he not just die? And if we can so I just see it as we have two options. We do his task, or we evacuate Oakstar.
Ernie pipes up at this point, and he says, he did say his goblins had Oakstar surrounded and people captured, so it sounds like they've already got.
True that. Yes, you are correct. His stomping frightened me.
Even if we do manage to free the people of Oakstar, if he's flying above and sees people evacuating, he might just breathe lightning down on us and say, fuck it. So...
I will also say, technically, he did say that, I mean, and you can kind of imply this, that the mine itself was, well, he was affected by it, personally. Maybe if you got closer, maybe we'd find out more. You don't know if the infection itself, and I did make you roll a Constitution saving throw, and you did see what happened to that goblin. So I'm just saying that there is a little bit of, that is also a bad thing, even if we did ignore this. it could come back to bite you in the ass later.
Godwin will kind of approach Morgan and Gilderoy. This is my way of postponing the thing. I'm gonna hand over to Morgan like both packs of caltrops that I carry, and say like, "Oh, Mr. Gilderoy might need assistance. It's not safe in Oakstar, and it's not safe in the mine. Can you keep him safe here?"
He does kind of then lean in, kind of almost, and just kind of be like, you see Gilderoy for a second and just go, "By gods, that was a real dragon. Not a tail. Not a carving in a ruin, but a living, breathing dragon."
No, I'm most certain he had a tail, Mr. Gilderoy.
Someone else come over here and talk to me.
You know what? I've actually got some fucking questions for you anyway.
You can hear him say, like, "They took my men, every last one of them. They've dragged them off towards Oakstar. They seem to be keeping me as some sort of bargaining chip. I thought
How much of what he said did you already know?
Well, listen, I'm a coin lord of Trino.
Yeah, I'm aware. Don't try to yank my fucking chain.
Give me a second while I roll deception on you.
You piece of shit.
Yes, Grom. Rolled a 19.
Hold on.
Sucks to be you, bro.
Seems believable.
No.
Do I have to do this?
No, wait. Let me finish. Let me finish the fucking phrase, right? But he says, "I'm a coin lord of Trino. I deal in trade, contracts, and influence. Not this. Oakstar isn't even my city. I've never set foot in there. But my men were stationed nearby, and, well, now they're being used as hostages in a town I don't even govern. And the mines, but the eastern mines, I sent you there because I thought it was goblins, or beasts, or a damned collapse. Not a dragon, not a poisoned one, not whatever Zarathax is, whatever that is. If what he said is true, Oakstar is already in their hands. Hostages, traps, God knows what else. I'm so sorry, Ernie." Kind of see him kind of like get down and just kind of almost like bow his head. He's sincerely sorry. Whether you believe that or not, it's up to you. He then says, "God knows what else, and that creature, Zarathax, he's not right in the head. You heard it, the way his voice crackled, the way he spoke of his brood. Something does seem to be wrong with him, Malafrey. I think you might be onto something. But you saved me, and I appreciate that, but we must save Oakstar no matter what. We have to do something fast."
You don't sound like Mr. Gilderoy at this point.
You then like as you approach him and you basically say you've got some words to talk to him, he kind of looks at you straight in the eye and goes, "You want the truth? Fine. I think you've earned that much. Do you think the title of Coin Lord of Trino was earned with clean hands? It's won by knowing who to pay, who to threaten, and who to pretend doesn't exist. I've never lied to you. I've always told you that I earn my money through talking, through earning, through putting pressure points where I can. And you know that. Speaking from Grom and Ernie, you both are, well, you're blackguards in comparison to the rest of your party. Don't pretend that you're noble heroes. I've dealt with black marketers, smugglers, fence masters, and men who know how to make problems disappear. Hell, you're those type of people too. I've bought information from feeds, and I've sold favors to people who should never even know my name. That's how you keep a city like Trino alive." And he just points off towards the direction of where Trino is. "Not by laws, but by leverage. And I do what I need to. And the mines, they weren't just mines. They were part of a Dwarven Pact, a long-standing agreement to collect and deliver precious metals and stones to the Arturo mercenaries, the same ones that you even met at my dinner. When Arturo died, the contract should have collapsed, but his wife stepped in, took over the brokerage, and being the efficient and ruthless woman that she is, yes, perhaps it did benefit me. but it benefits you too. And right now, that doesn't seem to be very important, considering Oakstar is in, well, dire need. But
I wonder
Go
how
ahead.
Miss Fardasher is doing.
what's that mean?
Yeah, so, Mr. Gilderoy, since clearly you are not going to be the one to join us into these mines, I think the very least you could do is use your skills and your abilities to get into Oakstar, find Ernie's family, and ensure that they are safe while we are undergoing this incredibly dangerous mission. Just the very least you could do to give the peace of mind to this group that Ernie's loved ones will be safe.
I've already started a plan in action. I will try to do my best. I might require Mogren for a time. He was the one that, well, he knows my roots, and he knows my, well, he knows some of my men, so if I can kind of rescue some of them, perhaps we can some sort of ploy to not evacuate.
But by the way, is he armored in any capacity?
Who, Gilderoy? No, he's wearing his fancy suits and stuff.
I'm gonna, Godwin will kind of, as Gilderoy says that he will be, Morgan will be assisting him, Godwin will kind of pull out a chainmail out of his backpack and just kind of hand it to Mr. Gilderoy, going like, "This will protect you, Mr. Gilderoy."
Yes, Mogren, pick that up and carry that for me.
Ernie, darling, please get Mr. Gilderoy a list, locations, addresses. We need to know that your family's going to be safe.
Yeah, sure.
Finally got-
Just a second for the Skeets. Roll. We got a raid from Skates. Give it a minute.
Combat Raider!
Hello, Skates. Thank you, my dude. How are you doing? Please feel free to sit back, relax. Also, guys, if you're not already, go check out Skeets' does stuff. Currently was playing some Barony in the DLC. Go check him out, lovely dude. Also, like-minded DM and TTRPG player. So go check him out, my friend. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Fellow nerd!
Yeah, fellow nerds. Okay, Ernie, sorry. Continue.
Yes, Ernie, love, let's get that list. I want to make sure your loved ones are safe.
Yeah, can you write down because I can't write.
Absolutely, I'll flip out my book.
You do see
Name?
that you do see as you guys start doing that, you like literally Gilderoy just kind of like takes some letters, reaching in, pulling out from his tunic, takes his letters out and just throws them like at the ground at Grom's feet, going, "If you don't trust me, my friend, yeah, read these. This is my weapons. I carry letters of information and communication." And he just kind of like almost like not insulted, but clearly he understands your frustration, but he doesn't want to like explain himself. You can take that any way you want, and I will link you the. Oh, or my mouse will just.
Yeah,
good.
Grom is gonna pick those up, and
There you go. I think that put it in chat.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Cookie. How you doing, man? I don't know if you guys got that or not. You'll have to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Okay.
It was the one, correct?
Yeah, just Lady
Lady
Dasher's
Dasher's letter.
Yep. And you could kind of then see, like he says, "I sent you in there because you were capable, because you could handle whatever was down there, and because I didn't want to start a panic in Trino, or among the dwarves. But dragons were never part of the bargain. Now I understand that you are upset, so I will allow you this, and I will not judge you for it, Grom. Right now I feel sorry for Ernie and his family and his friends, and I know right now is a very serious time. The dragon being so, flying around, all scary like. Ooh.
Yeah,
Grom
and
is gonna go
I'll
ahead
give
and
him
read
the
the
list
letter.
of names and locations
Okay.
of Ernie's family. Presumably we'll have done it.
So as he does say that though, right? You can kind of like then look and he just pauses, kind of just looks through some of the crates, kind of looking almost for something. You're not entirely sure what is, whether it's like his boots or if it's like something else to just take with him or a backpack to carry some more stuff. He's literally just looking for supplies, like rummaging through things while you guys try to collect yourself. After a second, though, he will look up at you and kind of say, "Do you know anything about what he was talking about?
you're gonna have to be more specific.
Well, he said something about dragons being sealed or held back or something. So
I've got no idea what he means by that.
Any stories, old tales, anything at all? Because if dragons were being held back by something, and that something is failing, well, then we are dealing with a threat far bigger than goblins or bandits. I'm a man of coin, not prophecy.
I mean, would Grom know any old legends or prophecies? I'm kind of leaning towards like he might know the bare minimum of.
I would say
knowledge that people would know.
I'd say considering your most local, this isn't even like world building stuff. This is more like recent. Like, I mean, technically, you do have an object right now that might have had something to do with it.
Not mentioning that Grom is intentionally not mentioning.
Well, that's like I said. Maybe he's maybe that could have something to do with it. Maybe it won't. Maybe it's the skin people that are going around that are fucking with things. It's not. There's a lot of spinning cogs right now that one of them might be right or none of them might be. Maybe it's something else.
You know what, Mr. Gilderoy? What I can tell you is that there seems to be a great many moving parts and great shifting changes taking place, and none of which I fucking understand. I just know that a great deal is happening, and that while you may not see us as anything heroic or great, as you've put it, we're the best you fucking got at the moment, so...
Exactly why He almost kind of looks smug as he says it.
After exchanging basically exchanging supplies with Morgan this entire time, because Morgan is going to be on his own with Mr. Gilderoy. Would you mind, like, I don't know. I will mark it and tell Alpaca about it, that he now has like 20 caltrops, extra healing potion, and some rope.
I'm gonna be honest. He's probably gonna be back. I don't think you need to do that.
No. Just in advance. I'm just gonna.
Okay, fair enough.
This is what I'm shoving down Morgan's backpack as as long as you're with Mr. Gilderoy, you probably gotta have.
Well, like I said, he's not gonna be for very long. He's gonna be here for like this session, and then he's probably gonna catch up because he's literally only here to like do some reconnaissance, and then he's gonna.
And then basically just some minimal stuff. Just got to look to Mr. Gilderoy and go, Mr. Gilderoy, I might not know much, right? But we made a promise to you to fix the mines, and we're going to do it, dragon or not.
We'll be paid handsomely.
I asked, we'll get paid for that, Grom? I hope we just go.
I mean, you did sign the contract. You did all sign the contract. Well, except for Valerie, but Valerie did then sign the contract later, so.
Wait, that what it was? Oh.
Yeah. Yes, that's what we signed, Godwin.
I know, it's the first time I've been signing things. I'm not even sure that's how I spell my name.
I think you just put an X on the paper, which...
Probably did. Anyway, Mr. Gilderoy, you can count on us. We will help you.
Ernie's already there, I think.
Don't get yourself killed, and say hi to Miss Fardasher. Hope she does well. And with that, Godwin will kind of approach Valerie to signify that we're ready when you are.
See that that literally they reach over and you can see almost like Gilderoy kind of just clicking his fingers together as a mount. It seems to like kind of spawn from his ring finger, and then you see this almost celestial kind of like force pull itself together. This wind itself kind of like creating like an outline, almost like when you've got like when you draw in like pictures and stuff, and it's got like a slight delay, like a sparkler. Yeah. So like he seems to kind of like wave his hand around for a second, and then suddenly takes form. He reaches down and grabs Mogren's arm and pulls him up onto the back of the horse. He goes, "I will return him shortly. Fight on, my friends!" And just starts like heading it down the road. into what could only be the remnants of Oakstar. And you are all left on the battlefield with a few moments to yourselves before heading off towards wherever Ernie started running.
Did Gilderoy take his letter back?
No, he threw it on the ground. Left it.
Okay, cool. Grom is going to take that and like pocket it, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
And once he pockets it, he is. Fuck it, they're on a time limit.
I mean, you have 5 minutes to discuss what you guys want to do, or what do you want to bring up, or if it's integral or whatever. Like, you know what you want to do. It's literally up to you guys. Discuss. Like I said, there's a time limit, but there's also you can take 5 minutes to talk about it. I'm not going to rush you through that.
All right. So, are we all going to the mines and I guess doing what he asked, or are we going to try and go about this in a different way?
Without wanting to rush, I don't know that we need to go to town together. Do we feel pretty well equipped to? I mean, we have a less than a day, and we don't even know what we're getting into. How deep the mines are. I feel like we should just. Ernie, I'm hoping, darling, you know where we're headed, at least.
Ernie's probably been before, and so is Grom.
And Grom.
The mines,
at least near that town.
Yeah.
Sorry, Grom. Also, sorry I missed that.
That's okay. Okay.
I guess this is an apt time to ask it, but have you heard of any of this crap when you were living here initially? Like, is this a new development, or we always had a dragon problem?
I had a goblin problem, but
a goblin problem, or like the immigrant problem, whatever racist trope I wish to apply to this.
We here at Manic 88's channel.
Do not accept those people.
Do you want -2 to your constitution? Play goblins today.
Start your game with a mushroom in
Question remains, though.
Yeah.
Is that a question mostly to Marcy and Ross? Essentially, this is to you as well, Nick. It's like, would they even hear any stories about dragons in regards to this? Like, I'm asking, is this a new development, or were there any stories in regards to this?
I would say they're all the dragon type stuff is very top notch. Like, the Empire has had no signs of dragons. The last dragon, and I think you have all forgotten, the last dragon that you probably heard about was in Trino when the Wall himself saw one as a child. That was the last dragon that was in the Empire that had shown its head, and it was one that was trapped behind into the essentially hell. So that was the last dragon, and that was about 60-ish years ago. That was seen by anybody in the Empire.
Nope, that's older than Grom.
So dragons are not well known. There are a bit more, there are stories about the North, but those are dragonborn stories, because it's basically an island for all your WMDs. We just keep them off the side here, and they're happy because the humans aren't in the way.
After I'm flipping through my book and write, the things that I've written down over this conversation, I find it curious. Not that it matters right now, this very moment, right? But curious that Zathunarex, whatever his name, mentioned about chains beneath the earth, and and the mocked ones, and I don't. What's we've encountered this before. The chains, it's just what it must be. There has to be a link. It's just too coincidental, right? It's just too coincidental that it's us, that it's this.
Godwin scratches the trident tattoo on his chest. Goes, "No, I don't know what you're talking about. We probably should hurry a little bit."
Give me a wisdom saving throw. Anybody who has a tattoo.
Oh, so all of us. I see. Okay, cool.
Ah.
The other one
Okay. Yeah. Let's see who rolls.
Let's
Go
see.
ahead.
Let's see who rolls.
Roll.
All right. Anyone else with a tattoo?
What if the tattoo is technically no longer functional?
I mean, I told you your tattoo doesn't exist anymore.
Oh yeah.
There you go. There's your rolls.
All right. Okay.
We're
With
done.
a 19 and a 20. All right. Yeah. You don't feel shit.
Don't Val have a tattoo as well?
No, Val has never had a tattoo.
I've never had a tattoo. Y'all just never noticed.
Grom has the remains of one, but the ink
yeah.
is no longer.
I think it's burnt into your skin. Is what we decided.
It's a brand instead of
the way that I thought about it was that like the ink is still there, but it is slowly fading into his skin because it's no longer imbued with the magic that was there.
So as you are all kind of like almost like just you feel it. I will say with your 19 and your 21, Ernie, you will be like you feel like a very like almost empathic touch to it as you like. Where is your tattoo again, Ernie? I think you said it was on your chest or something.
It's upper arm.
Upper arm. Okay.
Upper right arm.
Okay. So as you feel your upper right arm and you feel like the little anchor and whatever the kind of design, kind of a
trident.
You do feel it kind of swell slightly as you touch it, and as you turn to the direction of the mine, you can feel it vibrate for a second, as if it might very much be so.
No, this is not fucking good.
In fact, your chest kind of hurts now as well. You're like, oh shit.
Same with me,
Having a heart attack, great.
And also, I would say the same for you, Godwin. Like you feel like
we have. I think we're in the same bracket, effect wise.
I would agree. Yeah.
Maybe I'm slightly more affected given the fact that I'm below 20. But yeah, it's I assume the same.
Okay.
So Ernie has it on the upper arm, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For Godwin, it's about above the left collarbone.
Okay. I think Val was pretending hers, so she's still technically, unless she wants to admit that she doesn't have one. You all think that she has one. I think she was pretending it was on her boobies. Was that what you were pretending, Bean? I can't actually remember where it was. This is the perfect time for her to be AFK right now. Okay, it's on her ass. It's a tramp stamp.
No. It's an area that one does not share with company that is not intimate.
I will say,
I'm going to say this is infinitely worse to have a womb trident tattoo.
Well, also with the way Grom's was, it is now well, when someone's hit by lightning.
Yeah.
And that kind of effect.
You mean that cool fucking scar that goes from like across the entire body?
Yeah, well, kind of, but like more akin to like the tattoo that Marcy has, like the tattoo that Grom has is kind of that, but like almost kind of like spread out slightly, like like seared into the skin.
Like it's slightly shattered and now it's moving away from the center.
Kind of, yeah. But
So what I imagine whenever I think of this tattoo no longer having an effect is that once it was no longer, fueled by the curse that brought it in to existence, it just began to like break apart and slowly fade back into his skin, and like his regular pigment just reappear in its place. So it could look scarred in some places. It could look just broken and no longer you know
It's not animated.
moving like
Yeah,
it
it's
once was.
it's not an animated
it's no
tattoo.
longer animated. It's just a still picture that is slowly fading and just breaking into non-existence.
Okay, away from the tattoo talk, I guess. We just exchange how cool our tats are at the moment.
Yeah, mine's are one of these. Look at that. Look at this is fucking cool. And mine's this. What about our town being burnt? Ah, fuck.
Oh, look at that. Look at the cool tattoo. Mine gives me headaches.
Fuck the town. If I flex my titty, it still moves.
Yeah. Hercules.
According to that, Gun will kind of say that you help. Regardless, you helped me with my hometown of Oakhaven. I'm here to protect your families and friends as well.
Yeah, I do appreciate that, Govan. Thank you.
It will take you 4 hours to get to the actual outskirts of the town that leads. So I will say, depending on what you guys want to do next, if there's anything you want to prepare for that,
I have
a conversation or whatever.
Are we walking there, or are we trying to run at a brisk pace?
I mean, I will say at a brisk pace, and as long as you follow the road, you will get there 4 hours. Like, if you want to get there quicker, you might have to roll, like, Constitution saving. No, Constitution check. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'd give you all an athletics check, and if you all pass it, I'd give you I won't give you exhaustion for trying to get there quick. That's.
I wanted to play off something you did, man.
Go for it.
Essentially, as we travel to the mine across the road, we will discuss we will be talking about various things, right? And at some point, Godwin will kind of say, like, I want to say it's going to be in the first, like, 20 minutes of walking or running. He'll just say, I was kind of impressive how Mr. Gilderoy just summoned the horse. What did he do? Like, and Godwin will start, like, clicking his fingers. just he did kind of like this. And with every second, with every first click, there's going to be a horse appearing behind Godwin. And then every second click, the horse just disappears.
It's just like, was he?
What was that thing he did?
Do any of us see this?
I would say you know what? Let's say like it's a figment, right? Because it's not a concentration spell, right? It's an actual spell slot.
It's an actual spell slot, right. An actual summon. Give me a second. I will just read. Like, it's a spell of Flying Steed. A module you're attempting to use is not loaded.
You might have to reload them.
I'm on it. Don't worry. I'm on it.
While he's doing that, I'd like to ask if someone like, say, Grom rolls high on this athletics check, could some of us smaller people just skip it all together and ride with Grom?
The thing is that, like, the way I'm working it is you're doing it as a party. So you would I would set the amount of goals that I would like, and then if you get that, you do it without consequence. If you don't, then you suffer anyway. And it's mostly because Grom has to try extra hard because he's carrying you, or like, you know, like that's how it's kind of playing out,
trying to
right?
Get out of rolling something that I have a negative.
Well, that's why you don't necessarily have to roll an athletics check, but it is a travel check. So I would like for you to how would you make traveling easier, right? How would you make it quicker without rolling like athletics? Like, for instance, Grom's very straightforward. He would roll athletics probably because he wants to get there quick, and he would, you know, take his best strength. But
sure.
I would say,
I could roll like investigation, just watching the road for traps.
Yes, that's how skill checks usually would work. Yeah. Nature for like, hey, take a shortcut. We can take this way. We can go up this way. I know this. Sure. You know, I just want you to be a little bit more.
I spy eyes on the road.
I want you to be a bit more like flexible with your skills, not just go, well, I'm terrible at athletics. Like, yeah, and.
Okay. So Find Steed is is a conjuration spell with a casting time of 10 minutes. So
you're doing that for 10 minutes?
It basically, yeah, just me raising the question, and as we walk, Godwin will just be clicking his fingers because it's a new habit he acquired.
I was gonna say, with the
although
Wait,
you know what
you-
the duration is called instantaneous, so I don't fucking know.
What are
Does it
you
last-
saying?
oh.
What are you saying, Hobo?
just saying for like on the move with the earning, like maybe like a shortcut through like a wood or something like that. Like,
Well, if you want to take a different role instead of
I was
athletics
gonna say
or
maybe
whatever,
like survival, maybe.
Yeah, go for it.
Just to try and
yeah, go for it.
navigate.
Yeah. So, like I said,
I had the same idea.
pick a skill that you would, and then figure out a way how you would want to translate that. I will admit, if you use a level 2 spell to summon Steed, I will count that as an auto victory. Like for you.
I don't have to. Fun fact: I don't have to waste a second spell because it's my divine thing.
Well, that's my point. Like you
It
could
just-
use that
it's just
ability
what-
to summon it, so that would mean you don't have to roll because you just summon a horse. You know.
Yeah,
like-
that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay,
I'm
so
just-
that's
at
already
some
one success. So I just need a couple more, and we'll see how quickly you get to the next area. All right.
21 survival.
So let's say during this time with Godwin doing his best at essentially just trying to like run and trot, you know, kind of like trying to copy what Gilderoy was doing. And that second kind of summons a horse, bringing this steed. You know what? You want to describe whatever the hell the steed looks like in order to help
I
you
will
guys.
say- okay, so my modules are not loading properly,
Okay.
but I have an option between
Yeah.
3 various steeds, which is Fey, Celestial, or Fiend. And I'm thinking that the most appropriate right now would be the Fey one.
Okay.
But way but the thing is, it just describes the nature of a steed, not how it looks.
Yeah. Well, that's
So
what I'm
I
saying.
guess
Just what you would. what you described as.
I guess I'm gonna go for the same horse type as Gilderoy because that's what
Celestial,
was
kind of
in
like
Godwin's
white
mind, this is my
creature,
mind.
almost kind of like
Panic Hush. I'm not gonna do that joke, but yeah, I guess it's more of a like. I'm going for the exact copy of Gilderoy's steed because that's what Godwin was thinking about, and given the fact that he doesn't have a lot of imagination, he was just thinking about that particular horse. So he probably just he has something like that, but maybe he's stumpier and with a little bit of a rainbow glint to its to parts of its skin to signify that it's a Fey one.
Okay. Do I need to restart Fantasy Grounds?
No. I'm just gonna
It
exit
doesn't-
and then return.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that because I have no modules either. I posted in
Does anyone
Discord,
else
right?
have in the modules?
All that's there is bestiary and magic items.
Bestiary, magic items, and calendars for
and
me.
calendars. So
Yeah.
so it's
Plus one to
not
attack.
you.
So it's me. It's all right. I can reset it. Well, I can reset it. All right.
Maybe just check that your module. Maybe you haven't
My-
activated them.
No, I'm the host. They would have all been loaded. It just might be a different version or something that I don't know. Something's.
It could just
Maybe.
one of the latest updates might have unactivated them, so you might just.
I
have to
I have updated my Fantasy Grounds before the session, so
You just.
Okay, well, while we restart, I'm gonna try to figure out why the fuck Grom gets advantage on his athletics check right there, because
Are you double proficient?
You might be raging.
no, it's because of the rage because you still have all the effects from the combat.
Oh, that's probably why.
That's true.
That's why. It's because Fantasy Grounds crashed.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, okay.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. Okay, we'll reload it. All right.
But yeah, we still have effects. I thought we might not like immediately remove them as we are starting the. Well, we were at the end of combat, so I thought like the minute maybe just still lasts. But yeah, you still have rage. You still have advantage from Morgan.
We can clear the conditions and stuff. Because like we still.
Yeah, those can be.
We will.
shut
Yeah,
off
you
now.
can clear the statuses immediately. It's just that you still have the rage.
I forgot about the rage, and I was like, why the fuck do I have advantage?
So technically, you failed that one. Da, da, da.
I'll still take the higher roll, please.
Oh, thank you for saying please. That's how it works.
I know. That's why I'm so sweet and I'm smiling and everything, because I'm such a nice lady.
All right, so, God, I don't know why it's crashing. It's because everybody's joining. That's why.
It's too sexy for your shirt.
It's just because everybody's joining. All right.
Quick one. When we get to the town or village outside do we take a short rest whilst we're there before moving in, or do we need to?
I mean, it's a good call. What do you guys think?
I'm only missing 11 HP. I think we're good to go in a little ways and maybe take a short rest once we're farther in.
A short rest wouldn't be
the option.
Short rest wouldn't be the worst option. And we still have plenty of... Technically, we still have a lot of time.
How are we doing on resources, though? Because at the moment, like, Grom really doesn't need to heal.
I have a couple of...
I don't know how everyone else is doing, though.
I have a couple of healing options, and I still haven't used any of my divine spells, so we have roughly 50 HP... 50 HP healing-wise from my lay on hands. One used as a divinity, the other as a cantrip, first level spell.
Oh, I have 4 potions of healing that I could share around.
Grom would have had to give his inventory to everyone else, so because he's carrying.
Yeah, I guess you're all kind of carrying each other's equipment. Grom is orb.
Thankfully, I did shove the chainmail that I've been carrying for a while now to Morgren.
Man, can you check your modules? I'm still only seeing.
They are activated. They're all activated. Every single one of them is activated.
Yeah, no.
We can look at this later. I don't really think this is going to be super detrimental.
Well, hopefully not. That would be kind of annoying if it is just the thingy issue. Yeah. As long as you can see your characters and stuff.
The only thing that's different between the various steeds, right, is essentially the effect. The Fiend one deals damage, the Celestial one heals, and the Fey one has Misty Step. That's it.
Okay.
That's the only these are the differences between the horses.
Yes, I have to. But
I'm attempting resolve connection to server at the moment.
I kind of don't want.
Yeah, that's why I suggested it can be something that we do after.
We'll do it after. We'll do it after the session.
Yeah, we'll look into that after.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
No, I don't want to waste time.
Sorry.
All right. So, once you get in, we'll see. So, is there anything else you guys want to discuss? Perhaps the letters, or perhaps what you're doing traveling. I also need a roll from Marcy. I need a roll from Bean with your traveling.
I had rolled the athletics. Let me.
I would appreciate if Bean read us the. Val read all of us Lady Fardash's letter.
Sure.
Okay. I will say your investigation is what's your investigation skill in traveling with it? Finding a route, or because I will say with like survival or athletics or whatever, it's just a little bit more straightforward. But with investigation, what are you actually investigating? Path to go forward, or?
Yeah, I'm looking. Well, like I said, looking for. Hang on. Had to come. Things in the as we're going that are that would be not traps, but like just things that we might trip on, as well as looking for evidence of other things like goblins headed in that direction that might, give us a clue as to where we're going.
I'd say with your 13, it doesn't give trouble. These roads are usually pretty calm when the Empire's here. The only reason it wasn't is because most of the Imperial soldiers are no longer on this road. anywhere around the Oakstar, and the only ones that were probably still stationed in the Oakstar villages themselves have been, well, busy with goblins. So, you see no sign of skirmishes with the way Grom is carrying. I'm assuming that one of you is on Grom's shoulders and the other is on the back of the steed with Godwin. You can decide who's on who.
That's the fact that if Alec's uppy, she can go and Grom, and I will go in the back of the steed.
Okay.
That sounds valid. Would you like me to re-roll athletics without the?
I would.
Okay. That's a 9.
That's a 9. All right. And you rolled. What did you roll again, Ross?
Rogue survival. I think it was a 21.
21. Okay. So it's 2 for 2. Okay. You know what? All right. With your 2 for 2, I will admit, you try to save some time on your traveling. Unfortunately, with the way Grom is, you'll notice. I think so, you know what? Everybody, give me a perception check. 15. C15. Not you, Grom. Not you.
I'm still loading. Give me a second. I will quickly disconnect because I have a very, very bad suspicions.
No worries.
Be right back.
Pick your 2.
And someone can roll for me as well. I have +1 to perception.
All right. Somebody roll for him, please. Grom, you roll it because you haven't rolled anything. No, roll for him. All right, you know what? With those rolls,
You got it.
oh my god, it's a 16. That's another +2. You got a +2 to attack, guys. With your rolls being so low, you don't seem to realize, but Grom, this is tough for you. Your body is kind of sluggish. It's not behaving as you would. You feel for the first time in a while, traveling has kind of like drained you. Being hit by that dragon. And feeling like almost nothing. You don't necessarily feel like you're at full strength, but you also don't feel as if you're tired. It's a weird kind of drowsiness that seems to overcome you during this travel. But I will say that you're not exhausted, and you're not lethargic, but you something inside you seems to be kind of almost in an idle stance. Unfortunately, with their rolls, nobody seems to notice this. You're just slightly tired, or you're dragging your feet a little bit, but nobody catches up on it. You're all too focused.
What a load of horseshit.
You're
Can't
all
sleep last night. Now I feel like ass today.
Well, I'm busy reading the letter to everybody as we're walking, and so not.
All right, I will. Since you guys are traveling and you're reading the letter, I'll let you read the letter. You don't have to read it word for word, but you can do whatever. Do plot points or what it says or.
So the letter says that the mines are unreliable, the workers are leaving without notice, breaking contracts. They complain about shadows and echoes, and so I think originally this woman thought that they were faking it, but clearly based on what we know now, there's more going on. Tools were disappearing, carts, it was just chaos in the mines. There's a bunch of other stuff in here that has nothing to do with the mines, about the roads and things going on in Trino, but from what we need to know, clearly there was things going on in the mines, and I would expect that we might not find any workers. I was hoping to find some as we were headed that way, but perhaps they've already left. Yeah, so there are some that might still be hiding, because the letter does reference people hiding, and maybe we'll find some if they were too afraid, but they were clearly very afraid. Clearly. Welcome in, raiders.
Hello, Morris. Yeah, I think my modules seem to be broken because I can't even get the creatures on.
Yeah, there's something fucky
with fantasy rounds.
Updates.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Welcome in, guys.
Updates just broke it all to hell. Who knows?
How was your stream, my friends? I hope the Marvel Rivals was fun, guys. If you're not already, please go check out Amoris. Go give them a follow. They're very cozy. And of course they got the mean spirit when they need to win some Marvel rival games. So competitive games, give them a check out.
Say the meat spirit.
The meat?
Or the mean
Spirit.
mean
Yeah,
spirit?
you know that mean spirit you need when you play competitive games. You know.
I was like, I'm like, what? I thought meat spirit was some kind of Scottish thing that like.
Well, no, what like it's like Scottish people say, "Oh, you're a tank," which nobody really wants to be, but it just means you're like you're pretty strong. But it's not exactly the positive thing. At least I think culturally it doesn't come across as a as a